Hi guys, good evening, and we welcome you all to this AMA session on Amazon Wow by Geeks for Geeks KIIT. We have Sejal Agarwal with us, and we'll be starting in a few minutes. So yeah, hold tight, prepare your questions, and yeah, let's go. We'll start in a few minutes, so have patience.
Please share the link and tell all your friends to join the live stream.
Yeah guys, संडे शाम को सब बैठे हैं, शेयर करो, लोगों को बुलाओ यार, वायरल कर दो लिंक. We'll start in some time. We have a lot of questions ready, so keep a check. If your questions are getting answered, तब ठीक है. अगर आंसर नहीं हो रहे हैं तो you drop them in the live chat and we'll take them up. Yeah.
Hello everyone, this is Shivli Singh, CSE fresher at KIIT University.
Hello everyone, this is Abhishekta. I'm also a CSC fresher at KIIT University. Thanks to all the 7 people who have sat through that very awkward silence where we had 5 minutes. We were setting things up. So today for this session, we
We welcome
have
you all to the AMA session of Amazon Wow, brought to you by Geeks KIIT University. So today in this session, we're excited to have Sejal Agarwal with us.
yeah, I just hired Sejal. Hi Sejal.
Hello. Thanks, Avikshita and Shavli, for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. And To start the session, could you please just introduce yourself a bit so that people can get acquainted?
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. My name is Sejal Agarwal. Currently, I am in my third year pursuing Bachelor's in Information Technology from Techno in Salt Lake. So, talking about my 3 years in college, I've been a mentor in a startup club where I've seen new and innovative ideas, business ideas, and I've also been a part of a coding club where I've took a various workshop on data structures and algorithm and took conducted various contests. In general, I'm a very curious person, so I keep on exploring new things which finds me interesting. And talking about my internship, so last year in the month of September, I was offered an 2 month internship from Amazon through AmazeWow program. And currently, also I've received one more offer from another product-based company for a 12-month internship. That's all from my side. Now you guys can shoot in your questions.
Okay, Sejal is a true celebrity. All right. Uh, we
Now
will.
we will begin with the AMA session. You can drop your questions in the live chat and we will take them up towards the end of the session. The questions that are being asked are from our side and also from the registration to the peers. So thank you for all the registrations that we have received, and we have received a lot of questions. So we
Yes,
will take them
nice.
all one by one. So please keep a check, and we hope that all your questions are getting answered. And please don't forget to drop more questions on the live chat. Okay. So we'll
Okay,
start with the questions.
we'll start with the questions now. Thanks for all of you who sent in your questions. बहुत सारे questions थे and we are really happy. So we'll start now. So firstly, we'll introduce Amazon Wow. What is it? What's the timeline? And we'll understand the ins and outs of the program. So Sejal Di, here's your first question. Just brief us about Amazon Wow. What is the program? What do we do? What's the timeline, etc. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, Amazon was an initiative taken by Amazon, where they try to promote and try to bring in female women candidates in technology, and it's a off-campus diversity hiring program for the third and the fourth year female students. So any female candidate from any college can apply for it, and the criteria is very simple. It The stream should be branch should be of any CSC related branch like IT or CSC, EC. All these branches can apply for it, and the CGPA cutoff was like last time it was like should be greater than 6.5. And the program is basically divided into two parts. So first is for third years where you get a 2 month internship, and the second is for fourth years where you can get 6 month internship and as well as FTE offer. So this is how it works.
Okay. So this also covered a second question. This program is eligible for which year students and can
Yeah,
we receive a PPO through this? So the
yeah,
PPO
you
part.
can. Yeah, you can receive for both third year and fourth year. PPO is if you perform well, then you can get.
Okay. Okay. So coming to you now, when did you get to know about this and like when does registration start? When should we start looking for these programs, etc.
Okay, so I got to know about it in the month of May or June only, and the applications was rolled out on most probably 9th or 19th of June. After we applied for it, then our resume, like we got shortlisted, and a mail came that we will have a assessment soon. And for 2 months around, they conducted few webinars where they have took sessions related to resume building, then related to data structure and algorithm, and what kind of interviews, like what kind of questions they ask in the interviews. All these related webinars they take. And after that, around in the month of August, I received the first link for the assessment. In that assessment, basically they had it was a MCQ type of assessment, and it had one coding question, and the MCQs were related to all the CS fundamentals like Linux, then OOPS, C programming, aptitude was also there, DBMS, OS, everything was covered in that first assessment. After I cleared that first assessment, then in the end of August, I received the link for another test. It had four section. So the first section was the debugging round, and all the sections were timed. So the first section was of 20 minutes around, and it was a debugging round. Second section was we had to do two questions, which was of lead code medium to hard level. And the third was the work style uh, assessment questions, where it contain like HR types related question they are going to ask. And in the fourth one was the aptitude question. So after I cleared that round, then in the month of September, uh, in the starting of September only, I received a mail that I've cleared all the rounds and now my interview is going to be scheduled. So I had to choose one date. So then on the 19th of September, my interview was scheduled, and then I gave the interview, and on 25th of September I received that I've been selected.
So it's
So
a
that's
whole
what was all.
year, of course.
Yeah, it is
It's
a very long period of time they take.
yeah. Okay. So since you have joined Amazon as an intern, there's the obvious question: what is the work culture like in Amazon? How much importance do the projects play? कितना important है CP? कितना important projects? ये सब.
Actually, my internship has not yet started, so I won't be able to answer that how will be the work-life balance over there. But अभी तक जितना भी रहा है, it is very good. Like the whole onboarding process is quite smooth, and everything is divided over here. तो हर चीज़ के लिए कोई ना कोई होता है. So if you have any doubt, so it gets cleared within 1 to 2 days. So yeah. And talking about projects, like for the interview, I can say that project is an add-on to your resume. Like I've seen few people who have interviewed for the internship, but they will not ask any questions related to their project. But in my case, I was asked. So matlab, it's not necessary that you should have a very good project, but it's good. It's an add-on if you have one project with in your resume.
Okay. Okay. So we'll
Okay.
move to the next question. Yeah.
So now we will come to the preparation part. That is the most important part, and that the people are most curious about. So the first question is, what programming language do you prefer to work on, and what are your proficiencies?
Okay, so I was from an ICC board, so I had Java in my school. So when I joined college, so I already had some basic idea about Java, so I continued with it only. So yeah, I code in Java only, and I also learned C, but my interest lied more on the Java, so I continued with it.
Okay, okay. So second question is coding necessary in doing this internship? How did you begin your coding journey and went about solving questions on platforms? What was the journey of question solving? What platforms do you prefer to work on?
Yes, coding is very much necessary because in Amazon interviews they focus on data structure and algorithms. So coding is very much important. And talking about my journey, so when in my first year, I tried to explore as much as I could. I didn't used to do much coding that time, so I've tried everything. Like I've done an autonomous workshop on for robotics, and I've been a part of startup club. Then I've done C programming at that time, but I wasn't doing much. But from the second year when the COVID started, basically that time I started my preparation. So I just brushed up my programming part, like the language part. So I did that. After that, I started giving long challenges in Code Chef. So for 6 months around, I was doing the contest, but later on I realized that I need to learn data section algorithm also because my graph was not increasing. So then the next 6 months of 2020, I took one course from GFG self-paced course. There was one course, so from there I learned all the theoretical concepts of data structure and algorithm. And in the next year, then I realized that I'm gaining the theoretical concept, but I'm not practicing much questions. So from there, I shifted to lead code, and the whole 6 months of 2021, I was just doing lead code and practicing questions. And then in the month of August and September, I just started applying for internships and stuff, and then I got one.
Okay, good.
And
Now,
talking about the platforms, I prefer lead code, and yeah, for CPI, I prefer code forces. These two platforms I prefer.
okay, this was a very important question that was asked by our audience. So now next question is, were you into competitive programming, and is CP important for this internship? If yes, then from where did you start and how did you maintain the track?
Okay, so initially I was into CP only. I used to give contests and stuff only. But later on, I shifted to lead code. So I would say that CP is not very important for cracking Amazon or any other product-based company. If you are good in problem solving, then you will be able to crack these companies. Like if you do only lead code, also then also you will be able to crack it. So if you do CP, then it is additional, it's a add-on to your knowledge, and it will help to increase your problem solving skills. That's all. And yeah, for a CP I would say that consistency is very important. Like if you are not consistent, then if you do CP for 2 years also, then nothing will improve, you will remain, your stars will not increase. So if you are consistent and if you try to give all the contests, then definitely you will see a improve in your CP path.
Okay, so consistency is the key.
Yeah.
And from where did you start CP?
Yeah, I started from Code Chef only. So I used to give the long challenges first. Later on, I started giving the short challenges, and then I moved to Code Forces for some time. So in my second year, basically, I was doing CP only. But from the third year, I shifted to lead code, and I was practicing questions there.
Okay, okay. So,
Okay, Shabli, I have one question. I'll interrupt you just thoda sa. This just popped up in my mind. Just long challenge and short challenge. Can you explain that a bit?
Okay, so long challenges are basically of 7 to 8 days, and over there they are 6 to 7 questions are given to you, and the time period is 7 to 8 days, and that you have to complete all those questions. And short challenges one is of 2 to 3 hours, and a set of questions are given, and you need to solve. So in long challenges, the thing is that you need to concentrate more on the questions that how to solve it, and like that. But in short challenges, the time is a constraint because you don't have much time, so you need to solve the question efficiently and fast. So that is the difference.
Okay, 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 got it. Yeah, Shabli, go on.
okay. Okay. So next question is how many questions one needs to solve to get the minimum level or rank in Code Chef, Lead Code, GFG, etc., so that they are ready to face the Amazon SD intern screening test and interview round.
First of all, I don't feel so that there is any minimum level or rank. If you do like this much, then you will be able to crack it. Because suppose if you do 500 questions in lead code, but all of them are of easy level, then there's no use. You won't be able to crack it, right? So if
Yeah.
you solve quality number of questions from any of the platform, and if your problem solving skills are good, then you will automatically will be able to crack these and coding rounds of these companies.
Okay, okay. Now, can you guide us what all topics are important for DSA, and and when did you start building your DSA concepts, and how was your journey, and how much time did you spend on developing your DSA concepts?
Okay, so if I talk about Amazon interview, then I would say the DSA topics that are important are like trees, stack, queues, heap. So they have asked questions related to these topics mainly. And regarding my coding journey, so yeah, I've been preparing for it from the last 2 years, from my second and third year almost. And yeah, I've already told that how I've started the whole DSA part, how I've learned everything.
Okay, okay, okay. So next question is, do we need in-depth knowledge in subjects like OS, networking, DBMS to crack Amazon interview?
So in my interview and most of the friends whom I have asked, so they haven't been asked questions related to these subjects. But in the first online assessment, we had questions related to these subjects only. So maybe in the interview they don't ask, but in the for the online assessment, you guys have to study. So in-depth knowledge, I won't say, but yeah, you should have a brief knowledge about all the subjects for clearing the OA first.
Okay, okay. So now, can you guide our first year audience that how can they develop tech skills from the first year itself?
So for the first year, I would say that you should explore, because first year is for exploring things. Just try out whatever you feel like doing. Just try things out. I would say that yeah, you can learn one programming language so that from the second year you can start a coding journey, and you don't waste time in the second year for learning a language. So yeah, so learn a programming language, and along with that, try to explore whatever things interest you.
Okay, okay. So, one of our audience asked about the online courses that you took to prepare before applying for the internship.
I didn't. I took only one course, that is from GFG self-paced course, and other than that, I studied everything from YouTube only.
Okay, okay. So, talking about the online courses, how much role does mentorship play in preparation and who guided you through the path?
Okay, so I feel that mentorship is very important, and I didn't have one mentor in my life. I had many mentors. Like sometimes my seniors were my mentors, sometimes my friends were a mentor to me, and sometimes like YouTubers, indirectly or directly, they have helped me a lot. So all those YouTubers were also my mentors. So yeah.
Very well answered.
YouTube is the school forever.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, we just spoke about mentorship and online courses. So, I'd like to let you know that we have partnered with Mockfriend for this session. Mockfriend is an online platform which is prepared by KIIT students only. तो फर्स्ट ईयर सेकेंड ईयर तुम्हारे दोस्त तुम्हारे सीनियर्स ने ही बनाया है. And what does it do? It provides one-to-one mock interviews and mentorship. ठीक है. It's completely free. मैंने खुद ट्राई किया था. And there are like many these resources and these mentorship groups जहाँ पे they give you all the material and all the books and all, but तुम्हें one to one guidance नहीं मिल पाता है and you feel kind of lost somewhere. But so far, what I've experienced, I have had from mock friend, it has been really good, and they have been really prompt in communication. They have emailed me with their solutions and their questions several times, and we have had a really nice prompt communication. I never felt alone because talking about myself, I can explore like 10,000 things, but coding में मैं बिल्कुल noob हूँ. तो I need somebody who can just guide me like a teacher and a senior, and KIIT seniors are doing that. So if you are interested, we'll drop the link in the live chat. Go check it out. अच्छा है. Okay. All right. So we'll take up a few light questions now. इंटरव्यू प्रेप का हम लोगों ने डिस्कस कर लिया. हम लोगों ने Amazon वाव के बारे में बात कर लिया. Now the were you always confident that you will crack Amazon internship, or did you have negative thoughts and doubts about your future? How were you able to overcome it? बताओ.
अरे पूछो. Negative thoughts तो बहुत, like I had a lot of negative thoughts before giving the interview, and like it was a dream, like I'm giving an interview for Amazon from being a tier 3 college. It was a dream for me, so I didn't want to miss this opportunity like anyhow. बस करना है कैसे भी. So yeah, I did have many negative thoughts, but yeah, while I used to talk to my family members or my friends, and I used to think ठीक है, मतलब it is not the last thing now. There's nothing to lose. I will, if I don't clear this one, then I will clear any next interview. Like यही सोच के बस अपने आप को calm down करते थे. So this is how I used to calm myself.
That's great. Okay, somebody in the comments has asked me for the mock friend link. I'll just give it here in the live chat. 1 second. Here you go, guys. This is द मॉक फ्रेंड लिंक. जाओ देख के आओ. पहले सेशन कंप्लीट करो, सुनो सारे सवाल आंसर, फिर जाके देखना मॉक फ्रेंड. बट या डू चेक इट आउट. इट्स वर्थ योर टाइम. ओके. सो नेगेटिव थॉट्स हो गया, बर्नआउट्स हो गया. अच्छा जी, हम लोग फर्स्ट ईयर में एक्सप्लोर करना चाहते हैं, ठीक है. बट असाइनमेंट से ही हम लोग का आधा टाइम निकल जाता है. 5 असाइनमेंट करके मैं खुद आई हूँ अभी सेशन करने. तो हाउ डिड यू डील विद ऑल दैट बर्नआउट्स एंड ऑल?
Yeah, I was lucky for in this case because मेरे time पे COVID हो गया था. So yeah, तो उतना कॉलेज से इतना प्रेशर था नहीं मेरे ऊपर. तो assignments वगैरह I used to do it like 1 or 2 hours before the deadline. And semester के लिए भी 1-2 दिन पहले पढ़ने से हो जाता था. So yeah, I was lucky in that case. But yeah, since my college has opened now, so this is a very big issue. You have to manage your time, like at least make a target, daily targets, that इतना करना ही है आज. Because otherwise if you don't make a target or a routine, then फिर वो everyday जाता रहेगा and कुछ होगा नहीं. So time
हाँ.
management करना is very important when the college is offline.
एंड एंड में आके वी वांट टू लाइक स्टार्ट विद कोडिंग एंड ऑल, बट इतने सारे असाइनमेंट होते हैं कि लाइक कोडिंग
Hmm.
बाद में करेंगे, मतलब
तो but
असाइनमेंट करते हैं और फिर कभी नहीं हो
hmm.
पाता.
और ट्राई किया करो, पहले एक क्वेश्चन बना लेते हैं, उसके बाद फिर सारे असाइनमेंट्स कर लेंगे. एटलीस्ट इफ यू डू वन क्वेश्चन अ डे, इट इज मोर देन इनफ.
That sounds like an achievable target. Okay.
Yeah.
Now somebody has asked from our audience that what should they be doing in third year to get into Amazon. मतलब अगर आप Amazon वाव में नहीं होते and you would be just in like a tier 3 college, आप क्या कर रहे होते to get into
Data
Amazon?
structures and algorithm. That is the most important thing.
DSA for the win, guys. जाओ DSA पढ़ो. Okay. This is another interesting question. If not a software engineer, then what would you be doing?
Maybe some other kind of engineer because I haven't thought anything else. Like कोई passion अभी तक मिला नहीं है. From childhood only, I wanted to be an engineer only. So I don't know.
Passion ढूंढते ढूंढते जिंदगी खत्म हो गई. Passion नहीं मिला. Okay. So yeah, that's all the questions on like light stuff, personal questions. Now should we take up the campus placement questions? Here we go.
Now we would like to have an idea about placements. So here are some questions related to it. First is how to build an attractive resume. So please guide us in that.
Um, okay, so you can choose a overleaf template. Choose one decent overleaf template, and after that, first just write about your qualifications, like your college, which college you are in, and the CGPA. Second section should be about your projects. I would suggest like just keep minimum two projects. Don't keep n number of projects. Just keep those projects in which you are confident. And while you are describing about your projects, then do mention like if there's a speciality about your project, or if you have used certain modules, or you try to use more technical words, I would say, and try to bold out things. After the project section is completed, yeah, I missed out the experience section also. Before the project, you should write if you have any experience, then you should mention your experience. And after that, the project section, uh, after writing the project section, you can keep the skills you have, skills like whatever programming language you do, so you can write about those things. Then tools and technology like React or uh, HTML or anything which in whichever things you are comfortable, just write those things. uh, then you can write about achievements. So in the achievement section, if you have ranked in a contest, like globally you have ranked very good, you have got a good rank, you can mention those things. And also if you have won any kind of hackathon, you can mention. And I would say that try to put more numbers, like just don't write that secured second position in this hackathon. Just mention that out of how many students you have secured that rank, so that the interviewer will get the idea of the competition that you have got. And after that, you can also write a section of courses, like online courses, like from Coursera, Udemy. You take different types of courses, you can mention those courses, and do link the certificates over them. And then one more section is a profile section you can add, where you can add your lead code or code chef, code forces, any profiles. And if you guys want any other help, then you can contact your senior. In kit only, you have one wonderful senior who is great in making resumes. So yeah, it's Abhinav Prakash. You can contact him also.
Senior backend में छुपे हुए हैं.
Okay, so we'll come to next question. What would you do differently if you could go back to the second year again?
Okay, so I feel that I will try to manage my time in a more proper way, and I would practice question, because in my second year, I feel that I was more learning or trying to learning more theoretical concepts, and I wasn't practicing much, which I made a mistake. So along with getting the knowledge, you should also practice it. So practicing questions and being consistent and managing time, I think these three things are the most important thing. So I will do that.
Okay. So next question is, does 12th percentage matter during campus placements? How do you get to know the CGPA cutoff for setting in interviews of different certain high end companies?
Okay, 12 percentage, it is not necessary. Some companies ask for it, like on campus mainly they ask. In off campus, I don't, most of the companies don't ask for 12 percentage. And regarding the cutoff, so yeah, whenever a company roll out their application, they mention a criteria where the cutoffs are written over there. And if you want to know about a specific company, then you can just Google it out and you will find it.
Okay, okay. So, one of our audiences asked, I'm an electronics and electricals engineering student. His question is that if programming is necessary for electronics and engineering students to get placement.
If you want to come into IT sector, then definitely it is necessary because all of the things are based on programming only. And for core branches, I don't have much idea about like how it is done over there. But for IT industry, you have to do.
Okay. So now we'll take some questions from the chat box that we have. Avishikta, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'll start with the questions. So yes, हमारे जितने भी questions थे from the registrations, our own questions, we're all done with that. Thank you, Dee, for answering all of them. Okay, so we'll take up all the questions one by one because we have time yet. Does Amazon pay to interns? One word answer.
Yes, obviously.
Okay. Did you make any of your own projects for Amazon? वो बहुत लोगों ने उसके बारे में पूछा है कि what was your idea, what was your motivation behind making a project, कैसा project था? Is making a high level project necessary for companies like Amazon and on FANG companies?
Like my project was very basic. It was based on Node.js only. So it was a very simple file manager related project. So I don't think so that you require a very high level kind of project because मेरा खुद का ही बहुत basic सा था and I got selected. So yeah, just make a decent project. I think it will work.
Okay. We have hope, guys. We have hope. We don't have to be Zuckerberg to crack Amazon. Okay. Uh, One of my friends has asked, have you made any open source projects and then forced your friends to use it?
No. I was not much into development. I was always into the CP and DSA part only. So yeah.
Okay. Uh, we have spoken about the projects. This is an interesting question. Do you have any emotional relation with the programming language?
Emotional relation. Yeah, actually, I am connected to Java a lot. Some of my friends also tease me with Java, like always Java करती रहती है. So yeah, Java is love.
Okay. Next question. Would you pick up a job offer on a language you don't know about anything if they allow time to learn it?
Yeah, definitely. Because I've whatever I've heard from my seniors that when you go in industry, then you will not get a chance to do like जिसमें तुमको खुद को आता है वही मिलेगा. You have to learn new things and engineering is all about that only that you get a short period of time and कुछ new सीखना है. So definitely I will choose it.
Okay. So yeah, there's another one more question. This is I think the last question. अगर तुम लोगों को सवाल है तो just drop in the live chat and we'll wait for a few minutes. But हाँ एक और question है. Any interest in making your own programming language? Would it be interpreted or compiled? And what motivates this idea?
Uh,
भाई लाइन के बाद आपका कुछ सीन है?
कुछ सोचा तो नहीं है अभी तक बट अगर सोचेंगे तो डेफिनेटली आई विल टेल यू गाइस. अभी तक तो कुछ सोचा नहीं है.
Okay. Yeah, the GFG team is here to ask questions. How much time do we need to spend on coding to land in good companies? जैसे आपने Amazon में prepare किया था तो आपने भी coding करी थी तो time कैसे allot करना है?
लाइक कोई फिक्स टाइम नहीं है. इट्स जस्ट दैट डू इट एवरी डे. थोड़ा थोड़ा जस्ट डू इट एवरी डे एंड हो जाएगा. बिकॉज मेरा भी ऐसा नहीं था. इट वॉज देवर टाइम दैट आई यूज टू डू सम डेज नहीं करते थे. तो अप्स एंड डाउन्स होता रहता है. कुछ एक कांस्टेंट नहीं रहता है. बट just try that you stay consistent and automatically you will grab it. Like around 6 months, if you do coding properly, then you will be able to crack it.
Okay. I think that brings up all our questions.
We have done with all the questions and you have answered very nicely. And you've enlightened our audience. Thank you for that.
Audience 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 10, 11 चल रहा है. Guys, if you're still there, just drop in your questions, drop in your reaction. कैसा लगा सेजल दी से सारे questions का आंसर लेके. We'll drop her LinkedIn and सेजल दी आपने जो Node.js पे बनाया था उसका GitHub लिंक है?
हाँ हाँ है.
तो वो भेज देना. We'll send a mail or maybe something. We'll do a few posts on social media about the key takeaways. And yeah, जिन लोगों ने भी join नहीं किया, for them we'll share all the insights there so they know.
And please
Vaibhav is
share the
saying,
video YouTube link to your
yeah,
friends.
yeah. प्लीज शेयर द यूट्यूब लिंक टू योर फ्रेंड्स. संडे के 4 बजे बैठ के हम लोग ये कर रहे हैं रादर देन स्लीपिंग, जो हम लोग को हफ्ते में सिर्फ एक दिन मिलता है सोने के लिए. तो प्लीज शेयर कर दो. एंड वैभव सेज गुड वाइब्स. यस वैभव, गुड वाइब्स. या दैट्स अबाउट इट. we'll wait for a few moments and let's see और कोई क्वेश्चंस आते हैं कि नहीं. You can switch off your camera and audio and drink some water because बहुत सारे सवाल हैं.
ठीक है.
Once again, now that the session is kind of done, and let you know again, we had partnered with Mock Friend for this. Mock Friend is a mentorship and one-to-one मॉक इंटरव्यूज प्लेटफॉर्म किट के स्टूडेंट्स ने बनाया है, तुम्हारे ही सीनियर्स ने बनाया है. एकदम फ्री है, वर्थ योर टाइम. सुंदर जाके वहाँ पे रजिस्टर करो. दे विल गेट बैक टू यू एंड इट विल बी अ स्मूथ प्रोसेस. ओके, वी हैव रिटन द लिंक ओवर हियर. हम लोग की टेकअवेज का मेल, वीडियो का मेल एंड सोशल मीडिया पे ये सब डाल देंगे. सो या, stay tuned. That's about it. I don't think we have any more questions. अगर आए तो हम लोग आपको मेल करके बता देंगे उसका आंसर, से जल्दी से पूछ के. ओके,
So
for
let's end the
now,
session.
yeah, we'll end the session. Thank you for joining, guys. This
And thank
is
you, Sejal for helping us. It helped the people a lot, and it's been a pleasure to for GFG Kit to have you with us. Thank you.
हाँ. थैंक यू
Thank you
बोलते बोलते एक और सवाल आ गया.
from my side. Yeah.
Will Linux
Will
give me any edge in programming? बताओ.
Could you repeat?
हाँ, will Linux give me any edge in programming? Linux try करे या any OS is fine? तो कैसे सीखें?
Any OS is fine. It doesn't matter. You can try any OS.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Uh, हाँ, we have done all the questions. So thank you once again, Dee, for joining and answering all our questions. I think we'll end our stream here only. And जितने भी लोग आके देखे, प्लीज जाओ लिंक शेयर करो, लोगों को दिखाओ. बहुत मेहनत करी है हम लोगों ने. या, दैट्स इट. ओके, we
thank
are
you.
ending the session. Thank you. Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye bye. Have a great day.